when he was talking to me. He was talking about one of his fights, and he made a big old mistake. Now, last weekend, Carl Froch completed a brilliant hat-trick of World Championship wins. I think it is the best hat-trick in British boxing history. Lloyd Honeyghan did something similar, but one of his opponents really was a light welterweight and not a welterweight. I think Carl completed a brilliant and unbelievable hat-trick of wins. Froch retained his WBC super middleweight title after 12 frustrating rounds against previously unbeaten Andre Dirrell in front of 9,000 and a bit people in his hometown of Nottingham at the fabulous Trent FM Arena. Now, the fight was part of the unique Super 6 tournament, and Carl's still in the tournament, obviously, and moving forward, the finals of this tournament will take place in about April or May of 2011. Now, a day or so after the fight, Carl apologised to his devoted fans in his Nottingham paper. Dirrell, you see, in my opinion, was intent purely on survival. He was there to nick the fight, okay? Now, there's nothing illegal in trying to nick the fight, but sometimes it doesn't make for great viewing. I'm delighted to say that Carl has taken time out this evening to join me now. Good evening, Carl.
Good evening, Steve.
Yeah, Carl, you feeling a little bit better about the fight now?
I do, yeah. I've watched it back. I don't usually watch my fights very often. I watched it back once, and I've watched it back again. And all the feedback I've had from my fans and from all the people that are paying the attention to, it's been very positive. So I feel better about it now. You know what I'm like. I just like to get a grandstand finish, and I didn't even get going in that fight. So I was very sort of frustrated and disappointed, to say the least.
Yeah, well, it certainly wasn't your fault you didn't get going. I mean, Dirrell fought a brilliant fight to try and win the title. It just wasn't the sort of fight that people want to watch at 2 o'clock in the morning.
No, exactly. I mean, he did what he had to do to try and win, but unfortunately against me, I'm not going to allow that to happen, especially in front of my home fans. But like you say, 2 in the morning, I think it was more like 2:45 in the morning.
Yeah, it was far too late, yeah. Well, you know, Showtime American broadcasters, they were showing the fight from Germany, Abraham against Jermaine Taylor, and at 2 o'clock they were only in about round 3, so we knew we had about 45 minutes to wait, to be honest with you, which was...
Right, I didn't realise that, because I watched the fight before I left my house, actually, on prime time.
Yeah, exactly when you got back. Yeah, listen, I thought Primetime did a good job. Some people disagree. I've got a text here for you, Carl. Someone sent this in. He says, and it's someone asking you, do you think Jermaine Taylor should maybe pull out now after he got beat by Abraham? What's your gut feeling on that, Carl? What's your gut feeling?
When I saw it, I thought he was going to. I thought, that'll be the end of him. He's going to retire. And then I heard that his family want him to, and his wife's been saying that she wants him to finish. So
okay.
My gut instinct was that he would do. But saying that, he's got Ward next.
Yeah.
Ward's a big puncher. It's a fight that can take place in America. So because of the opponent he's got, he just may stick around for another fight. But I'd rather him not, to be honest.
So would I.
He's had his career. I think, I'm not just saying it because it was me, but I think I pretty much finished off what he tried his best in that world title challenge against me. The manner in which I finished him in round 10, 11 and 12, I think it pretty much took the life out, finished it.
And also, when a fighter loses on a stoppage, people tend to, you know, get a bit dramatic and talk about instantly putting out, but it's a hard old business that you're in. Now, Carl, also good news, I think, that the fight's going to be screened again on ITV on, was it 11 o'clock on Saturday night, so everyone can get to see.
Brilliant. That's good news. I didn't know about that, Steve. So that's the first I've heard.
Oh, sorry, mate. Well, 11:15, right. I think. 11:15 at ITV1, the rescreening.
On Saturday night.
Saturday night, yeah. So that's good.
How does it? Good for the profile. It's brilliant.
Yeah. And also, because what happened? I mean, I'm sure you. I don't suppose you spend too much time looking online, but some of the websites they tend to think they were really divided in what happened. You know, half the people thought, like I did, that you won it by a couple of rounds and the extra point, but some people are sort of suggesting and screaming all sorts of stuff. So that's why I think a nice terrestrial screening might shut some people up.
Yeah, true. We'll get them, and then people can write in their opinions and give their. I mean, the people from America think the American won because they're very sort of one-sided and biased. But if you watch the fight, I watched it.
Yep. You still there, Carl? I think we might have lost Carl Froch there. It's a pity if we have. He seems to have cut down. Maybe we'll try. Are you there, Carl? Yeah, we can hear you now.
Sorry about that, mate. These bloody mobile phones. I couldn't get near a landline. No, what I was saying was I watched it on mute the other day and scored it myself.
Yeah.
I've got to be honest. I had myself 4 rounds ahead.
Yeah.
And that was that. I had to put it on mute. I'm not I'm not being horrible here, or giving stick for the sake of giving stick, but I couldn't listen to John Rawlings' commentary anymore. So I turned it off and watched it and scored it.
Yeah, there was a bit of a divide between us on the primetime team, with 3 people going against you and me going for you. Well, hey, listen, I scored it. I've been accused of a few things, but I scored it how I saw it. And you know what? As a champion, you score it. Champions win fights. Unless they're being bashed up, champions win fights. That's the way the business works, Carl.
Exactly that. If I would have stood off and said, "Okay, Andre, you come and fight me. Come and win this title," what would have happened? It'd have been a no contest, because he would not commit or engage in anything. Now, the champion's entitled to sit back if he wants, but I didn't. I tried to make the fight best I could.
Yeah, listen, and you did as well. Now, Carl, just quickly before I let you go, your next fight will be against Mikhail Kessler, who's got a hard fight against the Olympic gold medalist from 2004, Andre Ward, before then. Now, the Kessler fight, Mick Hennessy, your promoter, was talking about trying to get that in this country. What's the latest on that, Carl? Do you know anything on that? Any latest news?
Still no update. We're going to talk to his promoters, Sauerland, and see what they think. I mean, they've got a big venue that they're confident they can fill. I mean, up to 50,000.
Yeah, that's that stadium. They will.
Yeah, if that's the case, then commercially it makes more sense to go there. And I think he's due a home fight because he's fighting America against Ward. So it would be fair for me to go to Copenhagen. And I'm happy to go there, but I'd be obviously a lot happier to stay at home. So we're going to try what we can, see what little moves we can pull, and keep it in England. But if not, it will be in Denmark, Copenhagen. It's a beautiful city. I don't mind going out there.
No, I tell you, that was a class move of yours, by the way. That sort of apology that you did in the Nottingham paper, that was outstanding.
Yeah, I wanted to put some about, let the fans realise what I'm about, but they know anyway. But they've sat there till 2:45 in the morning to wait for a good champion that they feel passionate about, and I just want them to know that I appreciate what they've done. And they've turned up in the drones for me. It was brilliant. I was really took back by it. No,
listen, it was moving. Listen, Carl, I'll let you get back to whatever you're doing. Thanks very much for taking the time to join us this evening, Carl Froch. Thanks, Carl. Carl Froch, the WBC Super Middleweight Champion, is involved in a Super 6. Texts are coming in. This is from Charlie Garbs. He says, Bunsey, have you re-watched the Froch-Dirrell fight and changed your mind, or do you still believe Froch won? Yeah, I did re-watch it, and I watched it like Carl with a mute button, and I still think that he won.